everyone. Welcome to today's lesson. We're going to be covering Module 3.2 Formatting. This is going to be on pages 125 and it ends on page 135. It's not a lot of content. I thought this would be a good way to start our week off. What you're going to be getting from me this week is this tutorial and then a PowerPoint presentation, and I will post your instructions onto Teams. So when we talk about page formatting, it's very important to know how to change your margins and your sections. Also how to insert a header and a footer. When we look about our sections, we need to think about what is going to be the best way to present the information that we're recording. So what I mean by that is, if you have because you get a portrait, which is straight down, and then you get landscape, which is horizontal documents. So if I have a column or a table that I need to insert with 20 columns, it's going to fit better if it's in a landscape instead of a portrait. But I don't want to put my cover page in a landscape, I want to put it in a portrait. So I don't need to make two different documents. We just need to know how to format our document to suit how we need to present it. So we will be doing a cover page in this module. We're going to be doing a cover page. A cover page is basically how you would, if you had to submit an assignment, just, I am Sunny Potgieter and this is my computer applications technology grade 11 and this is the date. That would be your cover page. But I say to you, okay, but I want 5 pages of content, of information. You can't necessarily count your cover page as your content that you're submitting, so you will need to then, you can't include it, but I need you to have page numbers. So these page numbers are basically, you can't count your cover page as page 1 because it's not content that you need, so you need to be able to format it that your numbers only start after the cover page. That's also part of this page formatting that we'll be doing. We'll also be doing a how to format your document that page 1 is landscape, page 2 is portrait, and so we go depending on the information we need. Now, if we look at our activities on page 126, it says you need to look for these specific documents. Now, through your textbook, you'll see that all these documents are required to do practical activities. Please remember that I will always submit those documents to you on Teams, and then you can use them and complete them. Some of your activities are not required to be done, but I do encourage you to do all of them. Why? Not to overwork you, I promise you. It's just so that you get the hang of it, because practical activity, it's only going to benefit you to know, okay, I remember I need to click on the tab bar, I need to click on this, and this is how I get to format my page, or this is how I insert page breaks. So that's how we would do it. I would really like to encourage you guys all to do it. Then, you've got your activity 1, 2. I'm just quickly going through because the rest you are going to read about and it will be in your PowerPoint presentation. There's just some things that I want you to focus on. This one on page 128. It says headers and footers. An easy way to remember it is, it's basically when you print your document, it's going to be very light. You're not going to really see it. It's either at the top header or at the bottom footer. The best way to think of doing it is to put your page numbers at the bottom, your dates at the top, unless you're instructed otherwise. So here it tells you how to do that. It says you go obviously to the top tabs, and it says you can either click on there where it says quick parts, and that's on page 129, or you can say design tab with head and footer tools, and then you're going to design your own head and footer. Then you need to select what field you're going to be using for your header or footer. Basically, when it comes up, and I'm here in the textbook now on page 129, you can see in the middle it says, please choose a field. Is it your date, your document property, edit time? So if you had to, for example, say edit time, it would be the time that you basically doing your document. It will take your computer's time and put it in there. But most of the times it's going to ask you, especially in this module, to do your dates. But you need to be very aware of what date your question is asking you to do. So the box underneath it, I'm still on page 129. It says the current date and or time can be added and it will update automatically. So you click on date, and then on the right of date will come up the type of formats you want. You can have, for example, if it's April, be APR, and then 21 or 21/04/2020. It depends on what you need. Just remember, if a question asks you to do a specific date, it doesn't mean that you can go and choose whichever one you want to. It doesn't mean that, because you will not get the mark for that. You need to do it the way they ask you to. Now, that's headers and footers, and you'll see your activity 4. It's very quick activities, activity 5, but it does need specific documents. Like I said, I will submit those to you. Then, when you get to themes, this is how you know, if you're going to be doing, for example, a CV or a something that you want to present quite nicely, or a project, a history project, you want to make it a little bit more professional looking, you're going to be using color schemes and effects. And this is something that you will be able to find in the themes command. It tells you exactly how to do that, and it will be under the design tab. I want you to also play around with it. Maybe design tonight's menu for your parents or your family. These are things that you're going to get the hang of it the more you do it. So I encourage you to do more of these at home. Now, a cover page is quite straightforward. I already explained what that means. If we carry on, that's the module finished. It tells you how to test and improve. And I have asked you to please do the written module activity and the practical module activity. The written one is very straightforward. Numbers 1 to 6, you'll answer in your own words. And by own words, please, I encourage you to just try and explain it how you remember it or study it, because it's just so much easier to study later on. Your practical module activity, it asks you for specific documents. Please also note there on the second bullet point, it says insert the current date in the format 18 NOV for November. It's telling you there how to insert it. Remember, just now I told you it's very important to read exactly what type of date they want. And that's it. That's your module done. I know you guys are going to ace it, and I'm here if you need anything. Right after this, I'll be submitting my PowerPoint presentation, and then we'll go through our instructions on Teams. Keep well, guys, and we'll chat soon. Bye.